Hey gang, it's Bob Bannister coming at you with another edition of Rock Talk right here with CGCM Rock Radio and the Red, White, and Maple Rock Project. Now, before we get going, please do us a favor. Click that like, that share, that subscribe button. Keep up to date with all things Rock Talk and all things Red, White, and Maple Rock Project by clicking on that like, that share, that subscribe button, the bell icon. I guess that's what you call it. And drop us a comment as well. If you know somebody you'd like us to talk to, shoot us a line and let us know what's going on. So this time around, we are talking to a man by the name of Pat Gagliardi. He is the lead singer of the band Storm Force. These guys are getting ready to release a brand new record. They've just signed with Brave Words Records, and that is very, very exciting. The name of their first single is Truth, but we'll tell you more about that as we get into the interview. It was a great chat, so let's step inside the studio, catch up with Pat Gagliardi of the band Storm Force on this edition of Rock Talk with CGCM Rock Radio and the Red, White, and Maple Rock Project. And as promised on this edition of Rock Talk with CGCM Rock Radio and the Red, White, and Maple Rock Project, joining us this time around, we have got a guy from a band called Storm Force. Joining us is the vocalist Pat Gagliardi. Welcome into the show, my friend.
Hey, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you, man.
Very, very good to have you here. Now, you guys have got some brand new music you're working on. That is coming out later on in 2026. Your last project was out in 2020. Tell us about this new stuff that's coming out.
Yeah, well, it took a long time, so we'll start with that. So, I mean, schedules get conflicted and stuff like that. So we wanted to do a good album of it, and we felt like we'd like to take the Boston approach and just take forever to come out with a second album. But it's exciting. We like it. We're enjoying it. It's actually done. It's ready to go. First single is coming out next week, I believe. The first single will be released. It's called Truth. It's got a variety of tunes, some rockers, some darker stuff, and then some ballads. Well, one ballad actually, but no, I think it's a good follow up. We really enjoyed making Age of Fear, so we're just enjoying ourselves and having a good time.
Absolutely. And I was just listening to Age of Fear as I was prepping for this. And how would you say that Age of Fear and Truth compare to each other? Is it a continuation on, or is it a different animal altogether?
I would say some of the tracks are a continuation on. Just even the whole idea of the Age of Fear, Truth, it's kind of there's some songs that are kind of politically charged, not that even we're a political band, just that the climate around you, things that are going on, you're like, you get inspired to write. So I won't say they're about any specific person. They're just the idea. It's like telling a story about, someone that's you're not a fan of. But there are some differences. There's a couple tracks that there's actually one track that's more lighter, like more not lighter, but a more melodic thing, and it just happened naturally. We started recording it and we went, wow, this just sounds good, not as heavy. So and there's I guess the only difference is there's only one ballad in this album. We're trying to the album's pretty diverse. It's a little different. It definitely is a takeoff from the first one. I'd say a continuation for 5 or 6 of the tracks, and then the rest goes off on their own way a bit.
Very cool. And how would you say you guys approach your songwriting? Like, is it somebody comes in with a riff and then everybody kind of throws ideas in?
Yeah. So basically, Greg and I are probably well, not probably, they're definitely the songwriters. So Greg usually starts it. So Greg will send me like a demo, like It's not even just a riff. It'll be a riff with a melody, which if you heard, you would laugh your ass off because he sings because he doesn't sing any words.
Right.
He just kind of, it's not a hum, it's not a la la la. It's
Like a
almost
scat?
like, yeah, like a scat. It's so funny when the first time I heard it, I was like, but what it does do is kind of really give you the feel of the song.
Right.
So as much as I'm mocking it, I'm like, but wow, I know what he means. Like, you know what I mean? Like rather than a la 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 or something like that. So he'll do
Mhm.
that, and then I'll get to work on lyrics, and then we'll get together and well, he'll send off because we record in a lot of different spots. Roger's got his own studio for drums. So we probably lay down the whole song with electronic drums, just like punched out on a DAW, and then we'll send it to the guys. Okay, now here it is. There's a rough bass, but we don't care. Greg has no intention of telling the guys how to play, right? So he's like,
Right.
"This I play bass, so you can hear bass on it, but obviously come up with your own bass stuff." So Michael lay it down. Same with Roger, and then it goes to mix. So it took a long time. I don't know why. Many reasons. It wasn't inspiration. We were inspired, but sometimes you get busy. So I'm gonna blame myself for a lot of it. So because Greg will be calling me, going, "Hey, did you get the lyrics done to this song yet?" No, no, I didn't. So everyone can just blame Pat a little bit, not all of it, but a little bit. But that's how we write. Greg starts it out, and then I add the lyrics.
And the Greg you're talking about is, of course, Greg Fraser, famous from Brighton Rock, from Phrase
Yeah,
Gang, and now with this project here, and Roger Banks on drums, and Mike Bernardini on bass as well. Now, 2026 recording in 2026, a lot different than back in the day. You don't have to have everybody in the studio.
yeah.
Is that a plus? Is that a detriment?
I think it's both. I think it's both. I think there's the ability to take your time is better. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously you're in the studio and you're on the clock, uh, but I think you could lose some that live feel. I
Right.
don't think we did. I think we get some great players in this album. Roger Banks is just a. I mean, Greg is a great guitar player, but Roger's a monster drummer. So that's actually what I do like it. Although he'll play to a click, you would never know he's playing to a click. It's just very live feeling. Like sometimes they send a track and I'm just like, what is that? Like he's in it, and because he's a super creative drummer too. Uh, a lot of songs you will be like, that is not what I expected the drums to do when they came in. He's very good player. So I think there's pros and cons to both. I mean, obviously it's a financial thing. It's availability thing,
Yeah.
right? Even more so, probably not even a financial thing as much as it is an availability thing. We can get wouldn't tell because we took 6 years to do it. But normally, you'd think it would be quicker when you're working separate.
You would, and but it's funny you touch on that about everybody working separate and stuff like that, and it's kind of the same way for us folks in radio now too. I mean, because we don't have to be in a big central building with all this equipment. We can do it. Like my studio here is a spare bedroom in my house for crying out loud. Yeah,
Yeah, there
no.
you go. And I mean, it's super handy, right? It's super handy to have something right at your fingertips.
It
Like
certainly is.
I actually go to the studio to do my vocal tracks. I do
Okay.
that. Um, but most of the stuff, once times I'll do like harmonies at home because I do have a home studio here as well.
Right.
So, and I have the same mic. So we decided to have the same mics at both locations. So I can plug in, knock a harmony off. But Greg is very. I like to have Greg there because when you're I find vocals is the one thing that you might not have the perspective as you're singing it. And they'll have to go back and
Mm.
listen to it. Listen, okay, that was great. I liked it. But instead of me having to go back and listen to it, it's nice to have someone in the room going, that was awesome, or hey man, you're a little flat here, or can you try this, right? And we'll kind of throw shit at each other. Hey, can you try this? Can you try this? So I think it's a little more creative for vocals, especially to have someone else in the room.
So you're not doing the Judas Priest thing. I think it was British Steel where they recorded it in the house and set up Rob Halford's vocals in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, oh you do that to get the reverb, eh?
Yeah.
That's what a weird. I don't think you would ever do that anymore because you you lose control of that recording. Now it always has that reverb.
That's
Like,
true.
you know what I mean? It's never, it's you can never strip it and then bring it back or change it or do whatever. But that's a great album, so I'm gonna complain. It's my favorite band, so I'm not gonna complain about Priest.
There you go. Absolutely. How would you describe the sound of Storm Force?
um, I'd say melodic hard rock edging on heavy metal.
Hmm.
There's some pretty heavy tunes in this album, and on the Age of Fear. There's
Right.
like, a tune like Ringside, that's metal. That's a
Yeah.
heavy
Oh
tune.
yeah.
Where a tune like Because of You is like a melodic rock song. And yet still heavy. We're like I said, so it's melodic hard rock, but we edge on metal on certain tracks.
Now, listening to Age of Fear, I'm hearing a lot of well, of course, obviously, 70s and 80s influence, and I'm hearing that in a lot of new stuff that's coming up from these new bands. Why do you think that is? That 70s and 80s sound just really hasn't gone away.
I'll tell you, I've got a really good opinion on this. So,
Good, good.
I love 60s and 70s music, right? I love early metal,
Right.
Priest, Sabbath, Iron Maiden, all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, my theory is that the problem, or not the problem, but later on in the music, you started writing hits. You were very much pushed
Hmm.
to write a hit. Oh, that chorus better be banging or better be, better hit me hard. Where I think certainly a band like Sabbath and Priest in their early days were just writing like stuff they wrote shit they liked.
Even
Just
Zeppelin.
like, yeah, Zeppelin is a perfect example of that, right? So they just sat down and went, "Yeah, let's just write shit we like. And
Hmm.
if other people like it, great." Right. And I think that's actually an advantage these days because music is so dominated by people trying to write hits. It's
Yep.
refreshing to hear a hard rock band just write shit they like and not try to have that hit. So that's my theory on that. 70s people like 70s because they just love writing songs. It had nothing to do with trying to get a hit.
Yeah, and we could break this down even further, but we're not going to for time constraints. You can get into the whole debate of you can get into the whole debate of analog versus digital, but that's a
Yeah.
whole different can of worms. We'll just leave alone for right now.
Yeah.
What does the rest of 26 look like for you?
uh well, busy right now. I'll be doing some interviews and getting the album out there, and then hopefully getting some dates. So I know we're coming close to getting at least one or two later in the month. We're not a touring band. We have no intention of, you won't see Stormforce World Tour coming anytime. We're busy guys, but we would like to do some fun shows. I mean, that really is what this is for. I mean, it's a release to write music with people you love writing music with, and it's the ability to play some cool shows. That's our only expectation, and that was our expectation in 2020. Unfortunately, and we know what happened in 2020.
Yeah.
We released the album in January. COVID hit in March. Okay, ain't gonna be any playing any cool gigs. So that was unfortunate. So I think we didn't play our first show till the next year in November.
Okay.
Like, I think it was that long ago, like 2021 November was the next time we played the first time we got together and played a show. So, and we
Mm-hmm.
haven't played a lot since. Well, because once it kind of killed the momentum, I guess, the COVID, we just decided let's just start breaking on the next album, which we really thought. And you can see there's I look through kind of our socials and I see us in 2021 going, "Hey, the album will be out by the end of the year." Little did we know. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's here. It's here, and we're excited about it.
There you go. What's a piece of advice you'd love to throw out to a young upstart band that you wish you had have gotten back when you were that back in the upstart days?
I actually would touch on what we talked about earlier about writing songs for yourself,
Mm.
and write a lot of songs. I think the biggest mistake, or not mistake, but you can't. It's hard to write great songs in your first five songs or
Mm.
your first 10 songs. You got to write 100 songs, and then you'll have 10 good ones, and maybe two great ones. Right. So obviously, practice, learn your craft. If
Yep.
you're a singer, you're a guitar player, make sure you're good at what you do. But I think when it comes to songwriting in general, just stick to what you like. Don't worry about writing a hit and write a lot of songs.
There you go. Now, one of our sponsors here on CGCM Rock Radio is Iron Maiden Trooper Beer, and as everybody knows, Yannick, the third guitarist, is the guy that will fall off the stage or drop his guitar or face plant. Have you guys had some pretty funny Yannick moments in the few gigs you
Well,
played?
yeah, not really. Not, let me think about this. The few gigs we played. No, actually, we've been pretty smooth. I gotta say, we've been lucky. I'm looking forward to those.
So no big spinal tap.
No, no, everything's. I mean, we did only. I mean, we've only done 3 or 4 shows, but they've all went pretty well. I think that the disadvantage on the first album is having enough tracks, right? Because we're doing
Right.
some headlining shows, so this is going to be great. Having a second album and having 20 songs to choose from to make a set. It's
There you
gonna be
go. Now,
great.
I hope I haven't cursed you by asking you that question. You guys go out there and somebody falls off the stage or something.
That's always good. As long as no one gets majorly hurt.
There you go. So before we wrap this up, I like to do a little thing called this or that. It's got nothing to do with music, just some fun top of the head questions, top of the head answers. If you're ready, we'll just fly
Sure,
into
why
that.
not? Let's go.
All right, steak or seafood?
Steak, no question.
Beach or pool?
Pool,
All right, roller coasters or golf course?
roller coaster,
All right, burgers or French fries?
burgers.
And finally, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes, absolutely. It's invented in Canada. Let's
That's
go.
right, absolutely. On the left coast.
I love it. I love it. I love pineapple pizza. It's not my go-to, but I definitely had it many times.
Very, very cool.
That
Add a little jalapeno on that, and oh, now we're talking.
I haven't done that yet. That's a good idea. That's a
Oh
good
yeah, you
idea.
get the sweet with the heat. Oh, oh
Yeah.
yeah. Now I'm hungry.
Let's order some.
Yeah, exactly. All right, all right. Pat Gagliardi from the band Stormforce. Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of Rock Talk. Take a few more moments and shamelessly self-promote.
All right. So all I can self promote is the new album. So Star Force Truth is coming out. I don't have the exact date for the release of the whole album, but I do know the single Truth, the title track of the album, is coming out next week. So look for it on all your streaming services, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music. And we should have some kind of graphic video to come along with it. And then probably soon enough, we'll be working on a video for the next track.
Very, very cool. I want to thank you again one more time for joining us. Hey guys, don't forget to
You're
click that
welcome.
like, that share, that subscribe button, leave a comment as well. Support Stormforce, support CGCM Rock Radio and the Red, White, and Maple Rock Project.